It's the middle of the summer. It feels like 110 degrees outside, and it's time to talk about the fall garden. Now, I already have a fall garden plan in place, but just like every other year, I need to adjust it a little bit. The first thing I like to do is take stock of my garden. I look at what beds still have plants in it that are producing and will probably produce until the first frost. Then I look at beds that have plants in it that are probably not going to make it to the first frost and could be taken out within the next month. Then I look for beds that could be turned over right now. And I really don't want to forget about my spaces that have perennial plants in it that are going to be there for the next year. Now that I have all that information, I'm going to head inside, thank goodness, and I'm going to do a little drawing. The first thing I did was make a list of all the things that I want in my fall garden. Then I came up with a rough drawing of all the spaces in my garden. Keep in mind that this is just one of my gardens, and my other garden is mostly full of things that are going to stay until the first frost. Then I put a rectangle around the things that are going to stay in my garden until the first frost, and that means that these spaces are not available. Also, I circled this because I just wanted to remind myself that garlic is going to be in my garden until next summer. So that left half of this space, this whole bed, and this one. Note that I did have a little space for my other garden down here. Then I just started putting things in where I wanted them and then checking them off as I added. I also put the date of when I wanted it to be planted. And while this makes me really happy, I still had a couple more things that I needed to do, like looking through my seeds to make sure that I had enough for this upcoming fall. I really love the fall garden because it's way less hot, but it's also so rewarding. And with a little bit of planning, you could too.